Hello everyone, welcome. Welcome. So basically, in this individual reading, this will be for Libra. This will be for June 24th to July 4th of 2026. So you know what's going on for you, Libra. I understand what you're going through, because you're probably having a good time, or that's how it goes. But what this is, you have to understand what's happening in that way, and you have to understand that you have to have your own keep in mind of what's going on in that way, and you think to yourself like, well, this is how it goes, it needs to be how it goes, but that's how it's going to be. So whether you think to yourself and say, alright, well, this is how it goes, and this is what it's going to be, and you have to understand that, because you have to believe in order to do that. You have to have it as one fulfilling, and think to yourself like, alright, this is how it goes, this is the way of how it is, this is the way it's going to be, because this is how it goes in that way. And you know what, Libra, you need to pay attention to what you're going through in that way. Right? This is how it is. And when you feel your own confidence and you think that, okay, well, this is how it goes, this is what it's going to be, because, this is how it goes. So in many ways, you think to yourself and say, alright, this is how it goes, but this is what it's going to be. So you have the Emperor's Taurus, there's no nourishment, and you have the Ace of Swords is over there's anxiety. So Libra, I understand, but when you're having anxiety, when you have nourishment, that's how it seems to be. But when you have anxiety, that's how it goes. Right? You're whimpering, you're basically acting like you're all nice, and then you're not. So that's how it goes. And when you have no nourishment, that's what it seems to be, Libra. You need to understand that, because you have to control yourself. You have to do what you can, but that's how it goes in that way. Okay, so that's what it seems to be. So you might be deal with another Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius at the same time, but that's how it goes. Okay, so you understand what's going on, and that's how it is. So that's what it's going to be. So between you versus them in this situation, this is what you're going through in that way, because that's how it goes. So you have to think to yourself and say, well, this is how it goes, but this is how it's going to be. Okay, so here we go. Now, for you, Libra, you have the Hangman stuff right. There's restrictions if you're restricted, right? You're having restrictions because it's like you can't do this, you can't do that. That's what it's going to be. Now, that's for you. Now, for them, they have the King of Wands reversed. There's no leadership. Now, that's how it goes. When you have no leadership, that's what it's going to be. Because you think, okay, well, this is how it goes, but this is what it's going to be, right? So between you versus them in this situation, that's what you're going through in that way. Okay, that's how it is. So that's what it's going to be. So I'm going to clarify this Haman for you. Wherever there's completion, Wheel of Fortune, you're having bad luck. King of Cups, there's no support. The Ten of Cups, there's incompletion. Three of Pentacles, there's no excitement. Page of Swords, there's no education. Stories over there's inspiration. Yeah, because you're wishing upon a star. Now, you're saying to yourself, it's like, okay, well, I'm wishing upon a star, I need to wish, that's how it goes. So when you're wishing, you want things to be coming true, right? That's how it goes. So Libra, that's what all depends on you, but that's how it goes. Because when you're having bad luck, when things are not happening, that's how it goes. So it's like you need to change your own direction and what you're going through in that way. Now, what's this King of Wands about for them? Four of Swords, there's recuperation. Five of Swords, there's conflict. Five of Cups, there's grief. Chariot, there's progress. A1 there's on speed. Sun cards, there's positivity. Exactly. So whether they are having a conflict with you or when you're having grief, they want to try to stay positive as much as they can. So whether they might be dealing with an Leo as a fire sign, that's what they're going through. They might be recuperating because of what's going on. That's how it goes, Libra. So for them, they're feeling the same way, but you need to understand what you're doing is kind of wrong and it's disrespectful. That's what it's going to be, okay? So you have to go with the flow. Now for you, let me clarify this star card. Queen of Swords, you're not showing your independence. Empress, there's nourishment. Eight of Cups, you want entertainment. Queen of Cups, you want empathy. Yeah, because there's two sides of the story. One makes sense, one doesn't make sense. You decide. But whether you are basically dealing with another Pisces against Scorpio, that's how it goes, Libra. So whether you pay attention that you want things to be happening all once, that's how it goes. If you're not showing your independence, if you're just, acting like everything's fine, no, it's not. But that's how it goes. So you have to get your own reality check, and that's what it's going to be. For them, they have the Sun card. That's positivity. So let me clarify. Ace Pentacles first is on prosperity about money. 9 Pentacles already they want trust. 7 Swords first is on feeling deceit. 10 Wands first is on burdens. 2 Swords first, they know which path they're going to take. 2 Pentacles already they're balancing. Yeah, so they're balancing two things at once. So in clarity, in that respect, that's what it seems to be. So whether they might be doing it in a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, that's what it seems to be in that way, because for them. Now for you, let me clarify this. Queen of Cups here. Since the Cups first is no past, Knight of Wands first is only maturity. King of Swords first is no knowledge. King of Wands first, you want leadership. 3 Wands first is no communication. So you're cutting out the communication, right? So whether if you are cutting out communication, that's what it's going to be, right? It's like you're saying like, well, this is not me, but this is how it goes, Libra. It's like when you cut out communication, you're not going to communicate, right? That's what it's going to be, and that's how it goes, because in that way, that's what it's going to be, and less is more, right? That's how it's going to be. So it's like you have to give and take as well, but that's what it's going to be. So let me clarify this 3 Wands here for you, Libra. So Empress, or you want structure. Okay, what's between them for this 9 Pentacles and this 2 Pentacles? War versus incompletion. Okay, so everything's incomplete. So let's see what's this Emperor about for you, Libra. Justice, are you taking action? High Priest is no inner voice. Emperor is no structure. The Empress, or you want nourishment. Wheel Force is already one good luck. Devil Reverse is on obsessed with addictions. Temperance is already your healing. War is already there's completion. Sun carries is already there's positivity. Exactly, you want to stay positive as much as you can. So things are going as planned, but that's how it goes. So it's like you need to understand that, right? You have to play your own game to understand that, right, Libra? That's what it's going to be. And you want to stay positive as much as you can. Right, so between this back and forth of this situation, no matter how it goes, that's what it's going to be. Now let me clarify this World card for them. Death cards already there's endings. The Hermit reverse, they already have a soulmate. The Magician first, there's no skill. Hangman reverse, there's no restrictions. Cards already there's transformation. Lovers already they're making decisions. Exactly. So whether they're focusing on another Scorpio, or whether they're making decisions, that's what they want. That's what they care, that's what they want. Because for you, Libra, you're trying to stay positive as much as you can. For them, they're saying, well, I don't like this anymore. I quit. It's like, not necessarily, but that's what it's going to be, right? That's how it goes. So whether you think to yourself and say, well, this is how it goes, that's what it's going to be. So let me clarify this Sun card. Temperance, you want healing. Death card, there's endings. You're focusing on another Scorpio. The Devil, there's obsession addictions, right? So that's what it's going to be. You're being rude, you're being disrespectful, Libra. That's what it's going to be, right? So if you might be dealing with another Capricorn, that's what you're going through in that way. For them, let's say about this Lovers card. Hermit, they already have a soulmate. High Priest, they're using their voice. Hangman is already, they want restrictions. Judgment is right, they're taking action. Sun cards over there's positivity. Exactly. So whether they're focusing on another positive, that's what they're going through in that way. And you think to yourself, it's like, well, this is how it goes, right? This is how it's going to be. And, nonetheless, that this is going to be how it goes. This is like purely a way of how it goes. This is like purely off topic. But that's how it goes, right? So whether things should be all good, that's what it's going to be. It's like this is the way it works. And this is how it goes, right? So whether you think about it and you think, okay, well, enough is enough, but that's what it's going to be, right? So that's how it's going to be. Now, what's in the middle of this situation? So you have the King comes first, there's no support. Sun carriers, there's negativity. Queen Wands, there's charisma. Taurus, there's transformation. 2 Pentacles, you're balancing two things at once. Exactly. So whether you're balancing two things at once, that's how it goes, right? So it's like you're saying to yourself, like, all right, this is how it goes. Enough is enough, but that's how it goes. So you're not trying to play games here. You're trying to level things out, right? That's what it is. And Libra, you need to pay attention between you versus them in this situation, right? If they want to stay positive, that's what they want. If you want to try to change your outcome, that's what it's going to be. But whether you're trying to balancing things out, that's how it goes. So Libra, I understand, but the way of this is whether you're acting like everything's all fine, it's like, no, it's not, right? So you're trying to understand that. You're trying to see like everything's okay, but it's like, no, it's not, right? That's how it goes. So let's see what this universe is saying. So we'll go from the middle to them, middle to you. Seven swords story, they're feeling deceit. Page one sword, there's invention. Sun card story, there's positivity. The Ace of Pentacles first, there's no growth. Ten Cups story, there's completion. Page of Swords story, there's education. Nine Cups is already there's romance. King of Pentacles is already there's security. Three of Pentacles is already there's one excitement. Nine of Swords first, there's no trauma. High Priest first, there's no winning voice. Ace of Swords first, there's a misunderstanding. Exactly. Right? So for them, they're feeling misunderstanding. Now let me clarify that, please. Moon reverse is no misrotations. Ten of Swords first is no conclusions. Ace one first is no new beginnings. King one first is no passion. Death goes already they want to focus on the Scorpio. The Hero first is no guidance. Queen Cups first is no empathy. Registry story, they want skill. A1 story, they want speed. Exactly, that's what it's going to be. They want to speed the process because that's how it goes. Just like, that's what it's going to be, right? So for them, Libra, that's what they're going to do. So they might be doing their Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Virgo, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces, and Scorpio. That's what they're going through in that way. Between the middle and you, Libra, King Cups first, there's no support. Seven Pentacles story, you're focusing on their career. Nine Cups is ever there's fulfillment. Five Pentacles story, you want insecurity. Here, the Temperature is no healing. Haman is already you want restrictions. Page of Cups first, there's no loyalty. Eight of Swords is already you want anxiety. Yeah, because you're feeling sad, you're whimpering, that's how it goes. It's like you're saying, woe is me, I can't do it anymore, I quit. But that's how it goes, because you're acting like, everything's fine. It's like, no, it's not. You're acting like everything's okay, but no, because you're having restrictions. You're being restricted because you can't do this, you can't do that, that's how it goes. And that's what it's going to be. So, whether you're acting like this, that's how it goes, but this is what it's going to be, right? It's like, that's how it goes in that way, because this is what it's going to be. So yeah, the Six of Cups first is no past. Ace of Cups first is no satisfaction. Just reverse is no action. Eight Cups is already there's inspection. Nine Wands is already there's fear. Two of Swords reverse, which path you're gonna take. Two is already there's progress. Seven Cups is already there's a delusion. Exactly. Empress reverse is no nourishment. There's nourishment. Four Cups is already one distraction. Exactly. Five of Wands, sorry, there's chaos. Exactly. So that's what it seems to be, right? So whether if you choose in that way, in that own diagram, that's what it is, Libra. It's like, that's what it seems to be. Because, what I'm going to say is that the universe is saying that you're having chaos, right? Chaos is not a very good feeling. But the way this is, you have to understand that, because if you forgive and forget, that's what it's going to be. And you understand that. So whether you're saying, okay, well, I'm not going to do this anymore, that's what it's going to be. But the universe is saying it's like you have chaos. Chaos is not good, but that's what it's going to be, because everything is all chaotic. That's how it goes. And you think to yourself, like, well, this is what it's going to be. So whether you pay attention to yourself and whether you play the right way in the right game, whatever it is, you have to follow, their own rules, right? That's what it's going to be. And, Libra, if you're focusing on them, that's what it's going to be, because that's how it goes. So, you can't be fooled. You can't be acting like, I can't do this more, I don't want to, but that's how it goes. So, the way how this is, in that way, that's how it goes. So, I hope you all like this video. Please give a like, please leave a comment if you want, but this is how it goes, and that's what it's going to be. So, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day to all, and see you next time I'm going to do, and that's how it goes. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye for now, Brady. Thank you, and thanks, and bye.